The Eurasian lynx is a medium-sized lynx that lives in European, Siberian and Asian forests, where it is considered a major predator. The Eurasian lynx is the largest of all lynxes, ranging in length from 80 to 130 centimeters and a height of about 70 centimeters at the shoulders. The weight of males ranges between 18 and 30 kilograms, while the average weight of females reaches 18.1 kilograms, and these animals have reddish-gray fur and black spotted spots, the pattern of which varies according to individuals. The Eurasian lynx is mainly a nocturnal animal, and adult individuals often live a solitary life. These animals are generally quiet and do not make loud sounds, and this may lead to not knowing the presence of the animal in a particular area for several years, and often the remains of game and traces of lists are the only evidence of the presence of lynx in one of the areas. The Eurasian lynx feeds on hares, rabbits, rodents, foxes, European roe, and reindeer, and it rarely hunts animals larger than it because it avoids any injury that would make it cramped, just like the rest of the feline species. The method of hunting revolves around approaching and sneaking towards the prey and then jumping on it. In winter, it may be difficult to hunt the lynx because of the thick snow that prevents it from moving quickly, and therefore it is forced to hunt larger animals as it. The Eurasian lynx feeds on hares, rabbits, rodents, foxes, European roe, and reindeer, and it rarely hunts animals larger than it because it avoids any injury that would make it cramped, just like the rest of the feline species. The method of hunting revolves around approaching and sneaking towards the prey and then jumping on it. In winter, it may be difficult to hunt the lynx because of the thick snow that prevents it from moving quickly, and therefore it is forced to hunt larger animals as its faction status and spread. These cats were widespread across the whole of Europe and Central Asia, Anatolia and northern Iraq, and by the middle of the 20th century the species had become extinct in most of Central and Western Europe, and recently there have been successful attempts to reintroduce the Eurasian lynx into the forests of many European countries. The status of the Eurasian lynx in some regions and countries: Balkan Peninsula. There are about 100 Eurasian lynxes in Serbia, the Republic of Macedonia, Albania and Greece, and the largest population lives in the remote plateaus of Western Macedonia. 5. Britain. The lynx was thought to have become extinct in Britain about 10,000 years ago after the ice retreated at the end of the Ice Age, or 4,000 years ago when the climate changed to become cooler and wetter. However, carbon dating carried out on skulls of Eurasian lynx taken from Scottish museums and caves in North Yorkshire showed that these animals continued to live in Britain until between 80 and 425 AD. 6. Central European mountains. About 2,800 lynx live in mountain ranges that extend through the Czech Republic, Poland, Slovakia, Romania and Serbia. 7. This population is considered the largest that lives west of the Russian border. Central Asia. The Eurasian lynx also lives in some Chinese provinces such as Gansu, Qinghai, Sichuan and Shaanxi, in addition to the countries of Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkestan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, northern Pakistan, Kashmir and Iran. Czech Republic. The Eurasian lynx became extinct in Bohemia during the 19th century, 1830 to 1890. And then disappeared from Moravia at the end of that century and the beginning of the 20th century, it is believed. In 1945 some of the lynx migrated from Slovakia and settled in Moravia, which created a small unstable population in that country, and during the 80s of the 20th century the environmental authorities brought about 20 individuals from Slovakia and reintroduced them to the Sameva region. The population of the Eurasian lynx in the Czech Republic was estimated at the beginning of 2006 between 65 and 105, and it is still threatened by illegal hunting despite the ban on hunting. Iraq. The Eurasian lynx lived in Mosul in northern Iraq infrequently, and it continued to be seen from time to time by local residents before disappearing at the beginning of the 20th century. Levant. The Eurasian lynx was a common animal in the Levant until the 19th century. And it is known that the inhabitants of northern Palestine sometimes sold the skins of these animals during that period. 2. The disappearance of many of the forested areas that were inhabited by these animals, and also due to the population increase that led to the settlement of most of the rural areas. Alps. Between 130 and 200 Eurasian lynx live in the Alps mountain range that extends through the countries of Slovenia, Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. 7. 9. It was believed that these animals became extinct from those countries at the beginning of the 20th century, but by 1973 Slovenia has launched a project to reintroduce the Eurasian caravan into its forests, and this project is considered successful as it led to the respread of these animals in the Slovenian Alps and in the neighboring regions of Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Eurasian lynx is classified in these three countries as threatened and enjoys legal protection. The number of the Eurasian lynx in Slovenia is estimated at 40 animals, between 100 and 120 in Croatia, and about 40 in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Estonia. The number of the Eurasian lynx in Estonia is estimated at about 900, according to the last census, which took place in 2001. 10. Scandinavia. Eurasian lynxes in the Scandinavian country. Finland. Between 1,000 and 1,200 people live in it. 2006 census. 11. Norway. The Eurasian lynx population in Norway is stable in most parts of the country except for the western counties where they are seen sporadically. The government had set a goal of having 65 Eurasian lynx born in captivity, and it achieved this goal in 2007 when the number of births reached between 69 and 74, and the total number of the population is estimated at between 409 and 439 individuals. 12. Sweden. The number of the Eurasian lynx population in Sweden was estimated at about 1,400 individuals in 2006, and the Swedish government regulates hunting operations in that country. 13. As it only allows fishing for fishermen registered in the protective hunting program that operates in the month of March only. The hunter is allowed only to hunt a certain number of animals in each region, according to the percentage of Eurasian lynx inhabiting the place and considering whether they will be affected by this decker. France. The Eurasian lynx was exterminated in France by 1900, but was later reintroduced into the Pyrenees and the Vosges, Germany. The last Eurasian lynx was killed in Germany in 1850, and then reintroduced to the forests of Bavaria and Harz during the 90s of the 20th century. It is adjacent to France and is believed to have crossed into Germany from there. Lowlands. The Eurasian carp has become extinct in the lowlands since the Middle Ages, although it is claimed that there are many OB kind today, but most of them may be of animals escaping from captivity or deliberately released into the wild. 14. Poland. About 1,000 Eurasian lynx live in Poland in the Beloiezii forest and the Tatra Mountains. Russia. More than 90% of all Eurasian lynxes in the world live in the Siberian forests, and these animals are distributed from the western borders of Russia to the island of Sakhalin in the Pacific Ocean. Slovakia. The Eurasian lynx lives in mixed forests in central and eastern Slovakia at altitudes ranging from 800 to 1,000 meters, and its most abundant numbers are found in many Slovak reserves and national parks. 15. 16. Switzerland. The Eurasian lynx became extinct in Switzerland in 1915, and then reintroduced in 1971, where it migrated from there to Austria, where it had become extinct before that as well. There are 5 subspecies of the Eurasian lynx known, and it has been proposed to name more strains, but they were considered similar to the existing subspecies or just groups of them. And the subspecies of the Eurasian lynx are Scandinavian breed, lynx, endemic to Scandinavia, Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Western Serbia, the Caucasus, Siberia, Mongolia, Northern China, and Korea. Central Asian breed. It lives in Central Asia. Central Siberian breed, lives in Central Siberia. Sardinian dynasty, inhabited Sardinia, extinct. North China dynasty, it is endemic to northern China. References, Felidae Group, 2002, Red List of 2006. The need to move to save Eurasia in the Balkans. European Information Center on the Eurasian lynx. Finnish Foundation for Research on Hunting and Fishing. Swedish Foundation for Environmental Protection.